stop grabbing my hand like that, bruh. Stop grabbing my hand like that. No, you're grabbing.
High tension during a heated traffic stop. It's a scene that's played out more than a few times, but tonight, more than a few questions are emerging. Right now, we're getting answers beyond the video from all sides. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tony Lopez.
And I'm Marley Ginter. Madisen Keavy is here to unravel the many layers to this chaotic confrontation. All right, Madisen, let's start off with how long you've been working on this one.
Marley, it's been more than a month. That's how long we've had the video for, and we've waited because we wanted to make sure that we got real answers from everyone involved. We asked why one man thought that he would die in a traffic stop, and what's being done to change that.
Bruh, stop grabbing my hand like that, bruh. Stop grabbing my hand like that.
A traffic stop that got physical. We've seen video like this before. The driver is black. The officers, he says, were not.
It also makes me mad every time I watch the video.
First, I talked to the driver, Eric Murphy. He and a neighbor stopped for food after church. That's when he saw police lights in his rearview mirror. Scared about what he thought could happen next, he grabbed his phone.
I then FaceTimed my aunt just so that I could have some more eyes on the scene so I could feel a little more comfortable.
He saw what happened to George Floyd, Tyree Nichols, and doesn't feel safe or protected when he sees an officer.
When you see police lights behind you,
yeah,
do those images come to mind?
Yes, it's very traumatic because you see it day in, day out. People that look like myself in those same situations, and then that guy ends up dead. There's something that needs to be said about the excessive force that seems to be constantly happening, and I would say happening a lot to the black adults. The black adult males in this city.
Sacramento police know those feelings exist.
When you make a traffic stop, are you aware that the person in the driver's seat might not feel safe with an officer in uniform coming to the window?
We took Eric's concerns to Sac PD officer Anthony Gamble. He runs the department's implicit bias training.
You know, I think it's in the back of every officer's mind that I'm stopping a vehicle that has somebody inside of it that may have never been stopped by the police before. They may have been stopped by the police 20 times. They may not have a trust of the police.
Eric is one who doesn't trust police.
Get out of the car. Wait for the sergeant to get here, bro.
He asked for a sergeant because he says in this moment, he thought that would keep him safe.
I don't care. Whenever I get pulled over, I'm going to have attitude about it because I already know what's finna transpire.
What is the expectation from an officer for someone that gets pulled over?
So in a traffic stop or an enforcement stop is an officer observing a vehicle code violation or maybe some other violation that they have reasonable suspicion to enforce that traffic stop. There's a great level of unknown, and what we find is there's probably somewhere in the middle that there's probably a little bit of fear from the community member who maybe has never been stopped before, or maybe they have been stopped and maybe they've had a negative interaction with the law enforcement.
Point it this way. Don't block the camera. Hold it this way.
Now back to the video. The passenger in Eric's car is the one who filmed it all. She's in her 70s, lived through the civil rights movement, and decades of images like this.
I'm scared now just thinking about it. That's why I don't want my face seen. Actually, I thought we were going to get killed. Point blank, period.
You know, the question now is how do you rebuild? It's one we're facing today, and I'll tell you right now, there's not one answer. Tomorrow, though, we've got efforts behind a new law that's aimed at limiting these types of interactions in California. And this is one of those stories I hope starts a bigger conversation, and there are solutions that folks are putting out there to maybe, you know, connect the dots here and ease these tensions.
When you called Sac PD and said, I'd like a response to this, were you surprised that they were so forthcoming? Because they could have just issued a statement saying this is what happened, we followed protocol, or this is what, you know, it's under investigation, whatever. But the fact that they were able to say, look, come on in our car and let's talk about this.
Yeah, that was the exciting part to me, was they walked me through how they train and what's going on in officers' minds for the most part in the unknown of a traffic stop. And we know the phrase, there's no, one type of traffic stop. There's no average traffic stop. And you really get to see when they pull the curtain back in the training why exactly that is.
Right.
Yeah.
That transparency, very critical right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully those conversations do get started because they're needed.